Mitch Haniger made his Mariners re-debut by hitting this home run.
Out to right field.
Mitch, that's what I'm talking about. I'm happy for Mitch, man.
But then the Mariners lost. So, yep, it was a very difficult game to watch as the Mariners did drop to the Boston Red Sox 6-4. Now, how do I feel about this game? You will find out after a word from our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code ROOFTOPSPORTS to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. So yeah, if you're planning to go to the next Mariners game, definitely use that promo code Rooftop Sports to get $20 off. So yeah, the Mariners dropped their game 6-4 against the Boston Red Sox, and must I say, it was a tough game to watch. Now, other than Mitch Haniger, he made his re-debut and hit that home run, which was a very special moment. You had that feeling of nostalgia. And you got Dylan Moore hitting a home run, 2-run homer, but unfortunately it just was not enough. Now let's go into it and see what happened. Now before we go, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that donation button and notification bell. And now let's take a look at this box score and just reflect on how this game went for the Seattle Mariners. So let's take a look at the box score of the Mariners, and it was not really good. It was not even good at all. First, you had J.P. Crawford going 0 for 4. Julio Rodriguez went 1 for 4. Jorge Polanco went 1 for 3, so that one was okay. Then you had Mitch Garver going 1 for 4, didn't really do much. Cal Raleigh, he did get on base, which led to that Mitch Haniger hitting that home run. Then Mitch Haniger, he hit that home run, which went 2 for 3. He had a fantastic game. Dominic Canzone 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Dylan Moore did hit that home run, so he went 1 for 2, which kept the Mariners' hopes up, but unfortunately just wasn't enough. Then Ty France went absolutely 0 for 4. It's almost like that drive line did not work out for at least that game. Josh Rojas went 1 for 2, and then his defense at third base was very questionable. Then you had Luis Urias, he struck out, and Luke Raley struck out as the final strikeout of that game. And let's also summarize what really went down for that Mariners game. So first, after a couple solid innings by Luis Castillo, Devers hit the home run against the Mariners to make it a 2-0 lead against them. And I was thinking, oh, yep, that's exactly what I'm expecting, that Luis Castillo, as great as a pitcher that he really is, he is very home run prone, especially the very initial home run prone. So unfortunately, it was 2-0 Boston. Then Rafaela hit a ground ball. It was a fielder's choice where Josh Rojas had the opportunity to throw Tyler O'Neill out. But then the ball hit Tyler O'Neill in the head. So it was just inaccurate throwing by Josh Rojas, which led to Josh Rojas allowing a run to happen, and I would think that Eugenio Suarez doesn't even let that happen. But then fortunately, in the fourth inning, this was probably the most special moment of that entire game where Mitch Haniger hit the home run, hit a 2-run bomb where Cal Raleigh scored, and that made it the 3-2 lead, and that really brought in that nostalgic feeling of Mitch Haniger. So I was really happy he hit the home run. I'm very happy for him that he went with a debut with a home run. But then Boston just kept on scoring. Casas hit a fielder's choice. There was supposed to be like a double play opportunity, but unfortunately, Jorge Polanco just didn't have the angle to even make the double play happen. So that was the score. I didn't really put that much on Polanco, but man, Mariners just allowed the bases loaded to happen. And then top of the 6th inning, Wong singled to right, which made it 5-2. But then fortunately, Dylan Moore made it a 5-4 game, which with his 2-run home run where Haniger scored. And man, Haniger was a huge part of this game. But then Tyler O'Neill pretty much put the game away by making it 6-4. And eventually the Mariners did go down with Luke Raley going down with that strikeout. And other notable things that we saw in the pitching where Luis Castillo was just awful today. It just wasn't there. And now to think of it, that's his second straight start. If you go back to last season, where he did not pitch good, he gave up 4 earned runs, gave up 6 hits. He did strike out 5, walked 2, and gave up a home run. Taylor Saucedo, I guess he was okay. He gave up a run, struck out 1. And then Cody Bolton gave up that home run that really just put the game away. And this was the first game where you really saw Scott Service putting in Bolton and Voth because they were the guys that made the final spots of that bullpen, since Matt Brash and George Santos is just not available at this time due to the injury. So I guess they got it out of the way. Didn't really see much out of them. I mean, Bolton got the strikeout, but that's really about it. So I'm looking forward to the next set of guys that will be back in the bullpen for tomorrow, now that those guys probably won't be available. So you'll see other guys that will step up, like Gabe Spire and others, and then hopefully Munoz if he gets that closing opportunity. Now, how do I feel about this? It's just the very first game. Usually, when I was a lot more younger and more immature, I would say that we're doomed after the first game. This set the tone in a very bad way. Now, let's just calm down. It's just the first game. Everything just did not go the Mariners' way. And here's the thing: any other game, if the Mariners were scoring 4 runs, they're pretty much guaranteed to win as long as the pitching holds up. And it was really just Luis Castillo that really did have a difficult game. And hopefully he can just bounce back, and hopefully George Kirby can bounce back as well going into the next game. And the positive thing going into the next 3 games, Boston has all their 4 ERA pitchers pitching, and you got George Kirby, Logan Gilbert, and Bryce Miller pitching for the next 3 games. So that's something to feel good about. So hopefully the Mariners can take advantage. I mean, going into the summary, it was just bad pitching by Luis Castillo. Mitch Haniger hits a home run, and Dylan Moore hits a 2-run homer. And that home run by Mitch Haniger was a 2-run homer, but unfortunately, there were errors on the defensive end by Josh Rojas with that throw to home that really should have been an easy out. But then he aimed for the helmet. So that's the one concern. That's one of the few concerns I have for the Mariners, is looking at that third base. And hopefully the Mariners can figure that out, where hopefully Luis Urias can get back into better shape and step up, and Josh Rojas can figure out this third base thing. Otherwise, I'm really going to miss Eugenio Suarez. But that's going to do it. That's just my post-game thoughts on the Mariners. It was a really quick one. The game went by pretty quickly with the exceptions of those home runs. But thank you very much for watching, and I will be back for the next game for the Mariners and Red Sox. So remember, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification, and donate to the channel as well. And thanks for watching.